Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here. And we're still on the subject matter. There is a new system being established now to replace the old system. And I really want to give you some focus of what I truly mean. When I talk about the old system, I'm talking about the system where we are here in America today, as we are, whatever our problems are. We're talking about outside of America. We're talking about the world where the wars and killing is going on and babies being bombed, all of these kinds of things. It represents the old system. And I call that the old system under the white God, the white God, the one that you all know about. But for this change, I'm letting you know the truth that the real God is rising. And that real God just happens to be a black God. The black God that went through the oppression, black God that went through the slavery to know exactly what goes on when you're being oppressed. Now that God can rise up and bring all of that stuff, expose and get rid of it. And even those who were doing the oppressing, free them from the lies that they have been told to think that that was an appropriate thing to do. And this is going to require that the victims rise up. And you know who you are, every last one of you. Stand up and demand that righteousness. That righteousness, my friend, it must be invited that all populations, all people must be walking with this truth, which comes with the black God. Now, one of the main things that I've been talking to you about, other things, it would be economics. In America and anywhere around the globe, we're basically talking about economics because people will ask. And so you talk about trade. Trade. When you talk about trade, bottom line, I'm going to try to see if I can say this thing to you as easy as I possibly can so that the youngest uneducated person understand exactly what I'm saying. We're talking about money or its equivalent. Bottom line. In trading, that's all it's about. Making a profit in whatever expense. Bottom line. Now, when we talk about work, we're not just talking about trade. We are talking about that allows trade to take place. It's about what? It's about money or its equivalent, bottom line. So basically what people do in the world is they live to make money because without money, you can't do anything and of value. And if with money, you can do anything. So what a great divide in a society of people who are given the opportunity for some to and others not. Well, then you end up with a system that we have determined now as being an old system and must be replaced. We must end that old mindset and establish new. You see, the God of the slaves, the God of the oppressed and disenfranchised offers a different motivation, a different encouragement rather than seeking money. Replace it with love and joy. So you say you trade for what? Love and joy. You work for what? Love and joy. Well, they say with money, you pay bills. But what they don't know is that with love and joy, you own everything. You see, the public does not know this. They must be taught. So what we will do is everything we possibly can. And we know that the black God will do the rest. Blacks have been betrayed. But we who walking in truth knows that whites have been betrayed as well. And they both respond to their training, regardless of the language that you speak right now. If you were taught a different language, that is what you'd speak. This, my friend. This this system is about one language for everyone. And that language is truth. The way humans live is the representation of their ultimate. When I say ultimate, I'm talking about of their God. But the new system is about peace. It's about prosperity. It's about freedom and joy and happiness. It's about living the dream, your needs, your wants, and your desires met. That's something that you haven't been taught. But it is the truth. It is the absolute truth that the black God is introducing, not just to America, but to the world. And I'm hoping that those of you who have heard just this presentation or some other, at least will be motivated, because I'm telling you, there are people all over this globe. There are people all over America that is familiar with what the black God is doing, but it haven't been spoken out because the black God has been what? Oppressed, under resistance. But the time is right. And now is that time. So let's get busy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a blessed day.